There? Good? Okay. Should be good. And we back. There we go. Backpack's full. Don't need granite. What else can I throw down for now? Don't need none of this right now. Wish I had cooked meat. Let's put this in here. Incendiary ball. Station below. How to get down there. A little scouting won't hurt. Hey, Pablo, I hear you've been assigned to the rat extermination duty. Sucks to be you. If you're not feeling up for it, why not join me instead? I took some pelts from storage and thought about strolling down to that ancient obelisk tomorrow. I call it a scouting mission. Maybe you can talk to the commander and he'll let you join too. Yeah. Dude, why does fucking TikTok keep ending my lives? Motherfuckers. I think every time somebody sends me a message outside of TikTok, it ends my live. Yeah. You know, I might have mentioned this before, but this is at the risk of making myself sound conceited, but like I feel like it's not that I'm more intelligent than other people. I think it's that my brain runs at a higher refresh rate than most people. So like it's not that I'm smarter than other people, because I'm not. There's a lot of situations I'm dumb as fuck. But I think my brain runs at a higher refresh rate. Especially, and that's why cannabis helps me, because it allows me to slow everything down and only take in the information that's necessary for the current situation. Withdrawals. Bro, that fucking therapist, man, called me out with the quickness. Because she's asking me questions, you know, to get a baseline of, like, you know, backstory and everything, and the adult stuff comes up in the conversation, and I said, well, I'm like a almost everyday, like kind of regulatory you know, once a day kind of self-gratification, right? So she's like you know, at first she's like, you know, giving me the nod that yeah, that's a common thing, it's normal. And my physician and my urologist both tell me it's perfectly normal for guys to do it every day. But then when I tell her, I was like, sometimes I do it because I know that it'll keep me from going manic. And she keeps correcting me until, basically, she's like pushing me away from using the term manic. So I get the feeling that the science, like data has changed over time, and what I've been taught is manic bipolar is no longer called that. So she tells me, when I tell her that I do it to regulate my moods, and that I know, like, if I go 3 or 4 days with it without doing it, then I'm more likely to go manic. She's like, well, that sounds like addiction. I said, well, what do you mean? And she says, well, maybe you're not going manic, maybe you're just going through withdrawals. I'm like, you did not have to call me out like this, ma'am. But today's day 28 or 29 for me without a gummy. So, and she even asked me, like, because, you know, anybody in the psychiatric field is all about, like, treating things with chemicals, right? And she's younger than me, so she kind of understands where I'm coming from, but she looked at me funny. She's like, well, if it works so well for you, why are you abstaining from using the gummies? I was like, oh, and I've just flat out told her I want to see how long I can go. Like, I'm not saying I'll never use cannabis again, but I am more than okay with never touching alcohol again, because I know the way it affects me. Are there situations where it's acceptable to drink? Yes. Does that mean that I want to drink? No. But for cannabis, it's more like I want to see how long I can go without it. And at the start of the session, she asked me, what do I hope to gain out of the therapy sessions? And like, she was surprised that I was that I wasn't referred. It was a self-referral. So apparently, like, they don't get a lot of self-referrals. And I told her, well, I mean, it's in my history, which she's like, it would take her hours to go through all my backlog of data. But I told her, like, I've been here before, and I quit going to therapy because Albert, the only guy I've ever been able to talk to about stuff, he left. I was 5 minutes late for my appointment because I got stuck behind a school bus, and he just left. Like, they canceled my appointment, and he took off and went home. And I showed up 5 minutes late, and he was already gone. I'm like, I even called and left them a voicemail letting them know I was going to be late. They're like, well, we didn't get the voicemail until after he already left. I'm like, well, I mean, technically he's supposed to be here still until 4:30 or 4:45 or whatever, but I don't blame him for not sitting around for 45 minutes at the end of his shift if he doesn't have another appointment. You know. There's other balefire locations. So we're basically just picking up the little pieces of paper, the notes and stuff, until we find what we're looking for. And there was, okay, so the other balefires, there's this one. Yeah, and then there's another one right by it. So we'll fast travel to the spire and then go. I got about 25 minutes left. But yeah, I mean, it was a very good first session. And she was surprised. She's like, with all your trust issues with women stemming from my relationship with my mom, she's like, are you okay with continuing with a female? And I'm like, yeah, I won't talk to a man. Like, I can't have a male counselor. It's never worked. You know, even as a kid. Yeah. They're both right by each other, so it's not like we both got to go the same direction anyway. But I can't do it because my automatic response to being around a male is to put on that fucking macho facade and be like the typical male point of view. So like I basically put on that mask automatically, like, you know, making locker room jokes and shit like that to fit in. And you can't get an effective counseling session if your automatic response to being around another guy is to do that. Like, right. Yeah. Oh, this place is full of spiders. Holy shit balls. It's trying to skeet on me. Fuck out of here. Level 30 spiders with radioactive spit. Yeah, he poisoned me too. That poison will hurt you. He hit me for half my health. Fighting one big spider and two little ones took half my health. Oh, did you fuck up? Alright, I'm at Silk Frost. Spider silk everywhere. If you want to take the other one, that way we can find it faster. I'm okay over here as long as I don't get killed. See if I can open this door. You better have lockpicks. Alright, I got the main front door open. Just find some scrap metal. You can make a lockpick without a bench. I don't doubt it. Dude, you want to talk about vivid dreams? That fucking nightmare I had about Amanda was like as real as it fucking gets, dude. Well, I'm talking like full-on taste and smell. Like, when I woke up, I was on the verge of crying. Yeah. Yeah, and you don't. It's not gonna happen instantly. It took me a long time to forgive myself because, like, even to this day, I still have thoughts. Like, I've forgiven myself, but I've also had to learn to live with the knowledge that Abby's life would have turned out very differently if I hadn't slept with her. You know what I mean? And so would Joey's. Like, that's why I wrote the 21 names poem, because that 21 names of people who I have had a permanent effect on, positive or negative, I've had a permanent effect on their life. You know what I mean? So you have to acknowledge that your impact on the world around you is permanent, and you have to learn to live with that and forgive yourself for those actions. And it also comes from a place of empathy and shared, you know, it's a shared human experience. So you're not the only one that has done things that have negatively affected other people. We all do. All that matters is that we choose to take accountability for what we've done. Yeah, and like I said, it won't happen overnight. Like, it'll be kind of like, you know, Catholic people count on their rosary. Yeah. So that's where the beads on my necklace came from, a guy that was going through recovery at Gateway, and he gave me the beads that I then put on. It was like a bracelet, and they say they use them whenever they want to smoke a cigarette or they want to do something unhealthy. They count the beads on the bracelet. So my necklace has eight big beads and 3 on each side of the small beads, and then 20 round beads. So, like, it's an encoded, it's my birthday encoded into my necklace. But those came from a prayer bracelet. And of course the turtle in the middle is to remind me that I'm home no matter where I go. You know, that even going back to 2017, I should have raised more of a fuss. Like, I called her out on it, but whenever Joey and I got back, when Amanda picked us up at the airport, when I saw her, I dropped to my knees and started crying. And she was embarrassed and like shoulder hugged me. They might still have to fix it. But there's another location. So, well, so let's go to this one real quick before I get off here and see. It's yeah. Yeah, but we can climb that mountain. Oh, buff up. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yeah. Alright. Actually, there might be a path from here to there. Let's go to the top of that little rock, and then see if there's a path up there. Because I'm betting this one leads to the next one. Well, see, they're also adding quests onto stuff that was already in the game. So, we already have one of these wall tapestries. So we gotta go find it again. I read something that also, like, it seems like this it might be or it might be kind of on the same lines of what's happening right now, and I try not to make assumptions, but this seems plausible. That when someone close to you sees that you are making progress that they themselves have not made yet, it might be hard for them to take. And I'm not saying that I'm, like, perfect and, you know, better than anyone. But maybe Amanda got tired of, or maybe Amanda was tired of trying to keep up with how fast I was changing. Right. That's the hardest lesson I'm learning, is that I can't have all the answers. That's... Yeah. Well, I think Amanda went through a couple months where she was sick all the time, and now it makes sense that it was psychosomatic because she was keeping a secret. So now I understand why she was sick for so long. And in my dumbass mind, I kept thinking to myself, after she told me everything, I'm like, okay, she's definitely pregnant. But, like, she says she still maintains she's not pregnant, so... But, I mean, regardless of what happens, like, I understand now that she's acting on feelings that are new to her. You know what I mean? Because I don't think she's ever felt this way about anyone other than when we first met in high school. And even then, like, I followed her around for 3 weeks. So she's not the type to jump into something. So if she didn't feel something for this guy, she wouldn't have acted on it. Like, I do know that about her. She has enough self-awareness that she wouldn't act on something unless she truly felt something. I'm carrying too much shit. Yeah. I mean, but it's all, that's the thing, man. Like, you're not used to playing a game where you're supposed to take your time. And I've been telling you that since we started playing this game. Like, you're not down for the slow roll. Because you're not used to it. Yeah. I see something glowing down below us, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's moving. What'd you say? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go down there and find out. It's a little camp, so. Well, that didn't take long. Ain't shit. Alright. Baby. Yeah. I'm keeping the apartment pretty damn cold. Try and save money. Because right now, we're not entirely stable financially right now, so, like... Well, so originally, Amanda had planned on paying the rent and utilities for here, and they're not giving her as much overtime, so she can't. So I'm paying half of everything, you know. And I told her that, you know, that's fine with me. And she was freaking out thinking we were going to lose the apartment because they sent her a message and told her that we didn't pay for January. And I said, well, I can't screenshot the bank app, so you're just going to have to go to the bank and print it out and take it to them. And I sent them a voicemail saying, hey, Amanda told me that you guys are claiming that we're 2 months behind on rent. And we have it on our bank statement that it paid December 28th. So, you know, they were in a meeting, so they sent me back a text message that said, oh, it was a glitch in our system. You only owe for February. And it'll be $50 late fee when I pay it. So, because we're, you know, like, is due on the 1st or whatever. But it is what it is, man. Like, if I gotta cover my own expenses, then I'm gonna cover my own expenses however I have to. Oh, shit. So you see the ping I just put down on the map? Okay, I'm headed to it right now. I put a custom marker there, and I don't remember why. see what I just found a chest. A ring of exceptional health. Got all kinds of them. Well, I wish they need to make it where we can salvage clothes and jewelry. But yeah, I got about 10 minutes left. I'm gonna try and make it to this custom marker that I put down that I don't remember why I put down. Probably what I'm gonna do a lot today because there's 70% chance of rain. I'm taking my trailer with me too. So okay, there's a dilapidated temple or something here. What the fuck? Okay. Ah, there's a door. And a chest. Horn dagger. Backpack full. Level 30 daggers. Well. Regular torch. We'll go ahead and delete that. Cool. Okay. That would be why I marked that. Alright, oh, there's a big ram. Holy shit. I didn't know they could have different size horns. That guy's horns are as big as his body. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and fast travel home. We will continue on with this later. I get off at 6, so if you want to play like right before dinner or anything, we can't. All right. Right. Yeah. Well, that's, you know, dive into that book I gave you. Like, get your blood flowing. Right. Alright. I'm gonna play Blood in the Snow for the outro. Yep. Yep. Alright. Alright, well, I'll talk to you in a little bit, bub. Later.
Friend, as you take that leap, lest your body lay in a bloody heap. Control of your glider you must keep. Now ride the wind and soar, staring into the abyss with heart stuck in your throat. Have your wings ready and steady your hands, and across to safety you will float. When grappling hooks fail and you're falling fast, have your glider ready to this jump.